What's up, people? Just doing a quick review here. This is the White River Knives Caper. Um, it is a 7-inch overall length fixed blade of S30V steel. Blade HQ, I got the specs off of there, but they said the blade length is 3.5 inches. That would be if you measure from probably the end of the handle scales to the tip, but I really don't call this blade length. But nonetheless, about a 3-inch cutting edge on this. As I said, S30V steel. It's got a nice stonewash finish. Jimping on top. This one's in black micarta handle scales with hollow pins. Lanyard hole on the back. So I bought this as an EDC fixed blade, and I kind of had issues with it as soon as I first bought it, and I'll get into that. But overall, knife quality, it's a nice knife. It really is. It's got good blade steel. The ergonomics aren't bad. They're actually pretty nice. But a couple things bother me with this knife, and I'll just do the bad first. This jimping is... I don't really care for jimping that much anyway, but I don't like it to be sharp, and it is borderline on the too sharp. If you bear down on it at all, it's pretty sharp jimping. Like I said, it's just a little bit too sharp for me. So I really don't care for it. And then this portion of the blade, where the knife where the blade tang kind of sticks out there, I have a tendency to want to grab this thing, like, bear down up tight, and it's not like it's super sharp, but it's not as comfortable as, say, the JX6, which is a similar style, construction of the knife. And the area there, I don't know if it's more chamfered or just the handles, the way it sits. I don't have the same problem. The corners aren't as sharp as on this White River Caper. So those are the two things that really kept me from really making this, like, it's a great size, nice little carry. I still think it's a nice knife, and it's not the worst. Like I said, that little portion there is a little bit thinner on this knife than, say, the JX6. And, it kind of leaves me, when you actually cut and bear down on something, wanting a little bit more in my hand. But those are the bad things. The good things are this knife is ground with a full flat ground, nice stonewash finish, good blade steel, S30V. On a fixed blade of this size, that's a fine steel for that. You're obviously not going to baton or do something crazy with this. But it is ground nice and thin. This knife slices very well. It cuts cardboard well. Did a little work in the kitchen with it, as much as you can with a little 3-inch blade. But cutting, it performs well. The overall shape, design, fit, and finish are nice. But like I said, the jimping and this little area down here, and I could deal with that more down there than this jimping. I just really don't like it. Now, that's personal preference. If you don't mind rough jimping, or you wear gloves or whatever, and it's by far not the worst jimping I've ever had, but like I said, it's just over that notch where it's acceptable to me. It's a little just too sharp for me. But other than that, like I said, the handle construction, fit, and finish is all nice. It came with a little Kydex sheath. Nice thick Kydex. Fits in there well. There's no rattle. That's just from these straps I put on here. But this comes with a little belt loop attachment that you can put on. It screws into the 2 pins. And I took that off because I prefer to carry horizontally. So I just buy these straps for my fixed blades that I have with Kydex. And it goes on the belt horizontal like this. Carries nice. It's nice and light. And like I said, overall, I think it looks good. It's got a nice design. But the jimping and this little area down here kind of bugs me. That's why the JX6 kicked it out of rotation really for me, but I still have it. Comparing these two blades, this one I like everything better. It's a little bit bigger, a little more cutting edge. I like the convex grind on it. The handle, as you can see, it's a little bit more wide, and it really fills out the handle, fills out my hand a lot better. And like I said, I don't have any problems with this area down there when I'm cutting down, even kind of where the handle swell guides your hand. It doesn't seem to like push it in there as much. That could just be me. As far as I said though, fit and finish wise, and personal preference, I like the Bark River better. I'd rather have this in S30V than A2, which is as you can already see, it's got a little kind of patina starting there, and it doesn't have the best edge retention ever, but it is super easy to maintain and re-sharpen back up, so it's trade-off as always. But other than that, it's not a bad knife, and I'm sure a lot of people find this knife fine and comfortable and whatever. It didn't work for me, but like I said, a lot of that's personal preference, just the jimping and that little how it fit my hand down here. And like I said, this issue down here I could have dealt with a little bit more so than the jimping, but it's about 150 bucks. It's really not, like I said, I'm kind of making it sound like it's a bad knife, or just it's more my personal preferences. If you like the looks or whatever, like I said, the quality is there. The blade grind, it's very pointy, nice thin grind, slices very well. I'll try to roll in some footage of me cutting up some cardboard or something with it. And it's light, so overall it's a pretty decent knife, but like I said, those two little things just killed it for me. And I'm kind of picky now. I know what I like in my knives. I've been carrying EDC fixed blades a lot now. These are I have two JX6s. I have this, which I really haven't carried since a month or two ago. Newer one. This one feels freaking great in hand. I'll do a video on this Bark River North Country EDC sometime later after I've used it a little bit more. But all in all, good knife. Kind of repetitive there, and if it fits your bill, you might want to try it out. Super light. I think it's like 3 ounces, 3.8 ounces, something like that. And easy to pack away, stow away, and it's really not a bad little knife. But that's that, and I'm out. Quick one.